Yo, what's going on, guys? Sankith here. Welcome back to the channel. And this is yet another war video. Seems like these are the only videos that I actually make, but there isn't really any proper content left to work on and make videos on. Sure, there is Eternity of Pain, but I'm pretty sure there are lots of people making guides on it, and I just prefer making videos on Eternity of Pain, again, using champions that I like to play, like Kingpin, of course. Alright, so we're facing Legendary or League of Extraordinary C. I don't know what C stands for, I forgot. We're doing pretty bad. And at this point, the war is just about 2 hours away from being over. Overall, we just had a terrible war, or especially the last two wars were pretty bad. The ones before that, three after the first ones were really good because we won, of course. But yeah, there's a lot of room for us to improve. So here we're going up against Wong. And I think it's a really, really good placement. I genuinely believe that he could be annoying and you need to be careful. So far, of all of the opponents that I've faced on this node, this specific node, I think Wong has been the most annoying one. I'm not saying he's the hardest. I mean, yeah, well, technically he is the hardest, but he is more annoying than hard because you just need to be careful about the Eldritch energy. And there's a way you can play around it as well. Simplest way is just pushing him to SP2. You never give him any SP1s, which means that if you have any energy attacks, he won't gain Eldritch energy on those. If you have, if he gets that orange mode, he's not going to ramp up quicker. If he gets that blue mode, whenever you dex, he's going to gain energy. So yeah. Those, or does he gain energy? I think he only gains versus Cosmic. But yeah, those are the ways to, you really just want to prevent him from throwing SP1s, even though people usually want to bait his SP1, but his SP2 does almost no damage because he needs those spells active to do damage. Alright, up next we got Nick Fury. And this fight is pretty simple. In the first life, at least. And then in the second life, I know a lot of people would be like, Kingpin isn't really a good option, but I disagree. You just need to intercept, and pretty much anyone can do this fight fairly easily. So he doesn't play into my intercepts twice, and I get away, and look at the reach on his light attack. Like, it is undeniably awesome. And right over here, at the end of the fight, I shut down Ebb and Flow Knockdown, which came in too late, but anyways. It is what it is. Alright, then of course, we're also taking this mini-boss, because it's also Ebb and Flow or something. Jabroni, she is pretty easy. There's nothing really going on for her that would actually make this fight tough. I guess you can say that whenever you knock her down, she gets that right back at it, and you don't want to block her specials, but I don't know, her specials, sure they did some decent damage, but I got 2 debuffs on me, so I'm healing pretty constantly. And then right over there, I just decided to go for SP2 for some reason. Well, yeah, there was a reason, and mostly because she gets that right back at it, so I don't have any particular benefit of going for SP1s, except for, I think I shut down the node over here, because I didn't get my Fury. Yeah, so I think I shut down the node over here. So outside of that, there isn't really any particular benefit to that. So those were my fights for day 1 or the evening, and then when I wake up next day, I was supposed to be taking a Skrull mini-boss on the boss island, missing in action, which I always do, but shit happened and plans changed. So I boost up big as usual, because I'll be going through to the mini-boss island, even though they're at this point, there wasn't a fight for me at the mini boss island. I thought, I'll just boost big in case something changes. So over here, I think Rintrah is a very good placement for this node. Honestly, I believe Bishop is the best placement for this node without willpower. But Rintrah over here, if he was duped and at least sig 40 or 60, he would be annoying. I can see him being really annoying because the SP1 is not going to shut down his ability of inflicting neutralize. And each time, you see those buff failed icons that pop up. Each time those pop up, Rintrah gets about 4 to 6% or 4 to 5% of his max power, a total of 3 stacks at once, or a maximum of 3 stacks at once. And at the same time, you need to keep on knocking him down, which this node makes it difficult. Of course, it makes it difficult for me. But if people bring, I don't know, Shang-Chi or Stealth Spidey or Sorcerer Supreme, they inflict slow, so it's pretty easy to punish his SP1s. But yeah, this fight I think was a good placement, and I was being careful. I knew it was a good placement right off the start, and I still think there might be better placements for him. But it's really hard to find a good spot for Rintrah because he is just an annoying defender. He's just a little bit annoying. He's not really a champion or a defender who's going to get you killed, unduped especially. He's just annoying. He's tanky and he's annoying. That's it. It's not really a big problem. So yeah. We take him down there pretty easy. We got Mr. Hot Potato over here. And I'm not boosted SP2, so don't worry. It's, again, a pretty simple fight. I mistimed, or I didn't end my combo, or I threw my special before ending my combo, I guess. And at this point, the war was kind of lost to us, so I'm like, yeah, I'll just play a little bit careless. I'll just throw some heavy attacks. I know the attack bonuses matter, but there's no way he can kill me. I knew that. Like, there was absolutely no way he could kill me. So yeah, Potato Head goes down, and then we have a Killmonger, which is a champion that I usually see on this node because he shrugs off armor breaks if he is going up again, if you're using Cosmic Ghost Rider. But even then, Killmonger is a champion that you can play around with, is a champion whose ability Reverberation you can play around with. You just need to make sure you trigger Reverberation when he has less than a quarter of a bar of power. Like at this point, if you trigger Reverberation, it's not going to do that much damage. So that's why I was holding my block there. Yeah, I am taking some damage, but I'm also healing most of it immediately, or almost immediately. And then of course, I was very lucky that he threw that SP1 immediately, because I had the SP1 degen. So that reduces his ability of reverberating any damage that I do to him. Of course, over here I triggered it a bit too early, so I think I was waiting it out. Yeah, I was waiting it out. And I also want to intercept because this is ebb and flow intercept, and usually it doesn't matter how long the fight takes, but I don't really want the fight to take this long. Or a minute is okay because it's Killmonger. Or maybe I was just going for SP2 because he's gonna shrug off my SP1 degen. So yeah, I think that was the plan. I've already forgotten. I just took this fight this morning, but I had a lot of things to do in my house today, so yeah. And I think this fight ends up being almost 2 minutes. And then up next we will have Sasquatch. He is again on the Ebb and Flow Intercept shared mini boss. So he also has a similar node where or he has that Mighty Charge. No, I think he has Mighty Charge. Whenever he dashes in, he is going to purify any debuff. Do I check? No, I don't check. I'm pretty sure he has that one. So yeah, he was also a pretty simple fight. It did get sketchy for like a couple of seconds, but it wasn't sketchy enough for me to die. So I wasn't too worried about it. And Sasquatch, you know, rule of thumb, just make sure you go for your biggest hitting special attacks if he is not placed anywhere on the mini boss island or on the central mini boss sections, because outside of that he only has about 200 to 220k HP at rank 3. There aren't that many rank 4s, so you can just like out damage his regen. It's not going to be as much. Plus, most of the people don't really sig him up. They usually keep him at 40 or 60 at best. So I think I go for an intercept here, and then I throw my SP3, and this does a ton of damage. You're gonna watch. Let's see. That was a big final hit. Get that money, get out of here. And almost 75k. That's like quite a lot of damage. I gotta insert that meme over here. So yeah, he is in assassin range. I only have 1 point in what do you call that, assassin, so it's not really going to impact that much, or it's not going to reduce his healing as much, or the chance to proc his healing. But yeah, I think I just go for SP2 and he will be pretty much done. So then one of the officer wanted to take the Thing boss. Spoiler alert, he died because Thing managed to dex his SP2 twice, which is always a fun time. So I ended up cleaning up that mess. It was just like 85k HP, so I didn't bother recording it. I think I finished it in like 30-40 seconds or something. But over here we got Nimrod, and this guy is on Limber Mini, Brute Force Limber. And I think Kingpin is a really good answer over here because you shrug off all of his debuffs. And I'm trying to dex all of these, but they don't. I just never happen to dex for some odd reason. But yeah, he's pretty good option over here. Look, I take some hits over there, but he's pretty chunky. You see that SP1 degen putting in work. And I'm also not even parrying him just because I don't want to get inflicted by the disorient. Was it over here? No. So the next special one that he throws is going to be unblockable, and that's where I actually manage to dex it properly, fully in fact. Cool. But yeah guys, this is it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time.